British football's most successful ever manager. An astounding haul, 19 trophies in 9 seasons. Unbelievable.
It's been 24 years since Bob Paisley passed away. And whilst new generations of fans know the name, they don't know the man behind the legend. Main club sponsor Standard Chartered wanted to connect fans to his legacy, using technology to enable better human connections, telling the untold stories. To celebrate Bob's 100th year, we brought the humble genius to 2019. Working closely with the Paisley family, we immersed ourselves in the past, from his tactics and personality to the smallest details of the famous boot room. We recreated his personality from the limited amount of interviews that exist. It took over 100,000 polygons. We modeled over 200 unique facial shapes. And we used an artificial intelligence model to create our legend. The past was then united with the present for today's fans, bringing together two of the most influential managers in history.
With the weight of history behind us.
Sharing a trip down memory lane.
Nice to see you, boss.
And a special presentation of his 100th year shirt.
It's even got your name on it, Bob.
The campaign earned an unbelievable response. We made news around the world.
Thanks to artificial intelligence.
Bob Paisley.
Liverpool manager Bob Paisley.
Looking back at the history of the club.
Back in his dressing room, the great Bob Paisley.
We lit a fire of communication with fans around the globe. We enabled conversations that would never have been possible.
I feel like crying because it just brings back so many memories for me.
But maybe the best gift of all was to the Paisley family.
My little boy never got to meet Grandad, but actually there will be some sense of him knowing him.
The technology's amazing.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
Project Stanred is really trying to capture the essence of Bob Paisley and bring him to 2019. We believe we should use technology to bring about better human connections.
We create an artificial intelligence-based model to synthesize speech that can resemble anybody's voice.
Engineers in our team already spent like 3 to 4 weeks to find material, cut it up, clean it, try to get it onto a level that was studio quality. It was quite a challenge. It's important to have a vocal coach that person so he kind of mimics the way Bob talks, because if you don't do that, you will never have a relationship between the face that's moving and the actual recordings that they do after.
We started off from scratch. The only thing we have is pictures from the 70s and 80s and 60s and grainy video footage. Then we make a basic shape of the head. We use a lot of texture data in terms of photographs and put that on the model. We've modeled around 200 unique facial shapes. And we have 100,000 polygons for his face. We've watched 120 hours of footage to get the animation right. We need to replace the actor's face with the digital version of Bob Paisley and make sure it looks realistic in the live action shoot. There were around 42 markers. Those we use basically as a reference. So we are mapping the actor's face to our digital Bob Paisley face. It's a real challenge to work on a project like this, to get the best result we can. Yeah, the Paisley family was very nice. They were very pleased with the result.
My little boy is an avid Liverpoolian now. That is just incredible that actually there will be some sense of him knowing him.
The technology's amazing. I would have thought that was a picture.
thank you very much indeed. It's been an absolute pleasure.
At Standard Chartered, we believe we should use technology to bring about better human connections.